all the time, how can I build a website for X number of dollars? And so I want to start with like the cheapest possible. So this would be like you've just thought up your product, you don't have product market fit, you're like a SaaS company, you've just built a tool of some sort, and you really just need like the most basic site. And at that point, you don't really know your customer bases, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to build out like a giant website at that point. Like you really just need like the almost like a brochure site, like just the main page, have some pricing on there, a single page site essentially, and then probably a blog if you want to do some thought leadership content or be able to post some case studies, something like that. And so what's the cheapest? I'm gonna see if we can do this for $100 and walk you through like how would I go about if I had almost no money building a site. So you're gonna have to start by buying a URL. And so I would just start with Google Domains. And you can get one for, let's just say, some random site that I can build cheap.com. All right. So $12 a year is, I believe, the cheapest you can get. All right. So we're $12 in. All right. So we've got a website. Now we need a place to host it. And we typically use WordPress. WP Engine. I'm going to recommend using a WordPress site. So you got your domain, you got your hosting. WP Engine, not the cheapest. It's $20 a month. I might be cheating a little bit here, but I'm just going to talk about month one costs. And so 20 a month, with that 12, we're at $32. All right, so that's where our hosting will be. Then we're going to get a free, I would say go with something like Astra or GeneratePress. They're going to scale decently whenever you're ready to scale up. You could go with the pro version. I think it's like, I don't know, like $50 or something like that. And let's see what it is. Buying it now is going to be $47, right? So that's going to give you headers, mega menus, lots of different customization that you can do to your heart's content. The other thing you consider is GeneratePress is another one. I think it's like $60 right here. Others you could do, you could go on to, I believe it's called, let's see, Photodune is part of it. And yeah, Envato. And there's all types of different templates you can find on here. And so you could find any kind of template. Again, it's kind of the Wild West out here. You probably don't need too much. You're looking for basically a single page site. So you don't need to go crazy with any of these. They all have lots of built-in functionality. They're sometimes really bloated. I generally would stick with something like Astra or GeneratePress. And from there, you're really going to be building, you're going to have to do everything else on your own. So in terms of imagery for your site, obviously you could take pictures yourself. You could go and build some free things in Canva. In terms of imagery, you could always go to something like Unsplash to get some free imagery and just do some searches for whatever you need. And there's some good kind of like non-stock feel imagery on here. So that's where I'd go for imagery. You're going to have to write your own copy, obviously. But for the most part, that's going to get you your $100 site. Now, what pages you might need to build on there? I would say you're definitely going to need a home page. Great. You're going to need a pricing page most likely, unless it's just going to be booking a demo and you explain pricing there, which is great. So home page, you're going to need a demo page. And then if you want to write some thought leadership content, you want to be able to have case studies, something like that, you're going to need a blog lander. And then you're also going to need a blog page. Now, blog lander is simply the page that houses all your blogs, right? So you might have a layout where it's just blog, 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 listed all the way down, or sometimes it's tiled out, however you choose. But those are the main pages you're going to need for your site. The next kind of iteration of what you'd be building are your feature pages. So talking about like the different features of your product. And pricing, about page, honestly, like you can hold off on that. You can include just a blurb on your homepage towards the bottom for something like that. But for the most part, that covers how I would build a site for $100. I would do it all on my own. You'd be buying all this on your own. You'd have to figure out how to link all this stuff together. The cost you'd be paying is your time to supplement the cost of not going out and having someone else do it for you. So it's going to take your time. You're going to have to learn how to do that stuff. A lot of times it doesn't make sense unless you're kind of doing it as a side hustle. Most of the time, it'd make a bit more sense to at least engage someone to help you with some of the design elements, some of at least getting the site set up, getting it all connected. But that's how I do it. If I only had $100.